Check it out, the workbench is getting pretty full, isn't it? Well, I've got a lot of stuff to review for you, and let's get started with the Heli-max Blackhawk remote control helicopter. Alright, here it is, the Heli-max 1/43rd scale UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter. Now this helicopter comes available in two different formats, ready to fly and transmitter ready. And being that I already have a Tactic radio, I picked up the transmitter ready version, and I'll be flying it with my Tactic TTX 650 radio. And if you don't have a Tactic radio, that's no problem. With the use of an AnyLink radio adapter, you can fly this helicopter with most major radio brands such as Spectrum, Futaba, Hi-Tech, JR, and a few others. So this is the key to flying this if you don't have that. Pretty awesome. Alright, no matter if you have the ready to fly version or the transmitter ready version, both versions come fully assembled and flight ready right out of the box. However, you do get a small bag of parts that you can add to the helicopter to give it more scale, detail, and realism, and I'll add this to the helicopter later after the review is over. Alright, some of the other things that you'll get with your helicopter: you get a flight battery for the helicopter, and it is a Heli-max 2-cell 7.4 volt 600 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery with a 25C discharge rate. And according to the manual, you'll get about 5 minutes of flight time out of this battery. Now, you also do get a battery charging system. You get a AC wall adapter and a Heli-max LiPo battery charger that is also a balancing charger, which is pretty neat. Some of the other things that come with the kit: you get low bounce tires, and this was added to the kit in case you're not used to flying a scale helicopter. You can actually remove the smaller wheels that are up front and replace them with these. And these have a little bit more of a shock absorbing tendency to them, so if you have a little bump on the landing, it should be okay. And of course, you know, we always get a manual, and you know how I love reading manuals, right? Cover to cover, front to back. Especially the part about setting up the TTX 650 with this helicopter. Okay, taking a closer look at the helicopter itself, you can see it has 4 main rotor blades, and this is a collective pitch helicopter. Now, I've already done a test flight in the backyard today. I did a little bit of hovering and just a little bit of flying back and forth just to make sure I had the proper settings in my TTX 650 to fly the helicopter. But we're going to give it a real test here in just a few minutes out of the flying field. Alright, some of the other things about the helicopter that are pretty neat: you have a brushless motor that drives the main blades here, and you have a tube-driven variable pitch tail. Watch this. Pretty neat. Alright, now, some of the other things about the helicopter: you have a magnetic hatch up front, and this is where you put your battery. I'm going to pull it off real quick. Right there, see that? Comes off. You slide your battery in up front, plug it in, and you're pretty much ready to go. And of course, this goes right back on with little or no problem, just like that. Now, since I've got the helicopter in my hand, let's take a closer look at that great scale detail on it. You can see up front, there was a lot of work put into this helicopter with all the tiny parts and pieces. You can actually see you have windshield wiper blades on the front window in the cockpit, and your side doors do actually work on both sides. They do slide back. And you have lots of other great scale detail on this helicopter, including a light right here on the main body and a tail light back here by the rotor, the rear rotor blades. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for the first part of the review for the Heli-max UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter. Now let's get to the best part, as always. Let's go fly it. Okay, the UH-60 Blackhawk. I've got it in stunt mode. How about it, Candy? Are you keeping up with it?
Yes, sir.
Seems to be doing quite well. We've got just a little bit of a breeze out here today, and the helicopter seems to be handling it pretty well. You know, this does have the TAGS system, triple axis gyro stabilization, and it's working pretty good. Alright, let's do a little bit of fast forward flight here. Wow, this thing is really scooting around, Candy. Okay, let's slow it down just a little bit here. All right. The gear is making just a little bit of noise, but other than that, it's pretty stable. What do you think? How's that?
Nice shot.
Okay. Go forward. Well, I really do like the scale looks of that helicopter. I know that's going to be just a dot in the screen.
Got away from me.
Cool. Now this does have collective pitch. I don't know if I really want to try anything great with it other than just some forward flight for the first flight. But you can see it's handling pretty well. What do you think?
I'm doing a good job.
All right, let's bring it in. Okay, that was the short flight of the UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter made by Heli-max. It was really fun flying it in the air. I didn't really want to try any of the collective pitch maneuvers, such as doing a loop or a roll with it just yet, because it's my baby and I want to enjoy it for a little bit longer before I start getting risky with it. But it flew pretty well in the air, as you can see with the tag system, the triple axis gyro stabilization. It was handling that mild breeze that I had very well with no problems whatsoever. I had a lot of control with the tail, and it seemed to fly pretty well, keep the tail straight all the time throughout the whole flight. So I pretty much enjoyed it, and I'm gonna give the helicopter a thumbs up. Candy?
Thumbs up.
All right. Well, for more information on the helicopter, you can check it out online at towerhobbies.com, and I'll leave those links in my video notes for you so you can check it out later. And that's it for this video review of the Heli-max UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter. As always, I'm glad you got to see me, and I'll see you later on the tube. All right, a flip. Did you get it?
Yeah. We'll try and zoom in now.
Okay. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Woo!